Hi, and welcome back to Fan 5. I'm LaTangela Faye, your hostess, and you know it does my heart well to have those in the hot seat and on the tan line, especially when I have questions that need answers. I like to consider myself as a chef, like Martha Stewart has got nothing on the kid. You can trust Tan with the pots and pans, but today it's safe to say I have some competition on the set. One of my faves, especially when it comes to spicing things up. Chuck Bush, how are you?
I am good. It's good to be here. I mean, we've known each other for minutes and minutes, and I finally made it onto your show.
Lock the doors. Do not let them escape. You know, it's been taking a lot for me to get you here. I had to beg, I had to plead, I had to threaten a couple of folks, but hey, just like magic, we're going to spice it up today.
That's it. Never let the truth stand in the way of a good story.
Exactly. You know, you're no stranger when it comes to the world of entertainment. In 1983, you kind of bust the doors down Fandango, which is now re-released on Blu-ray.
Last week.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. The fans are excited, and so am I.
I bet. And years later, here it is, you're still making it happen. You're still in the industry, just doing what you do best, from animation to producing, to even producing things such as your own network.
Yeah,
and with that, I know that we have the Cajun Cooking Network. I've got questions that need answers.
I'm here.
Now, being that you have been on the camera, behind the camera, how is it that it led you to In the Kitchen?
Well, you know, it's interesting because the cooking show really is a culmination of my love of telling stories and my love of cooking. So it was just a natural thing to do. There is so many stories behind Cajun cooking. I mean, just the word jambalaya, for example, is a combination of two words. Yaya, which is Eastern African, and jambon, which is French for ham. So jambalaya is actually a combination of ham and rice, and that's where the name comes from. So just little storytelling things like that. Okra, right? Okra. Gumbo is an East African word meaning okra.
Right.
So how can you make gumbo without okra? But people do it all the time. Anyway.
Is it really gumbo without the okra, though?
I don't think so, but you know, what do I know?
Hello, somebody.
Yeah, I'm not a chef. I play one on TV.
That's it, and we have episodes to prove it. But you know what? When you start talking about the art of storytelling, I know that you are an awesome storyteller, but you're also an amazing chef.
You're very
now,
kind.
some of the things I would have never even thought to break down, like jambalaya, I just thought that was something that meant hungry. Feed me now. You know, so I come up with that, and that's about the best you get.
That's it.
But when you start breaking it down and doing the research and saying where some of these things even stem from, and then that's where you get the authentic taste from and these spices, and you start adding your own flavor. How is it that you start playing around with it and making it your own?
Well, it just really comes down to taste. You know, I don't cook to impress people. I cook to have fun. And so my show is called Level Up Cajun Style, which I take traditional Cajun recipes and just add little things that I think take them up a notch. For example, my etouffee. I love etouffee. That's a little on the sweet side, so I use red bell pepper instead of green bell pepper. And I take like a quarter cup of sweet corn and then roast it at a high temperature, which puts a little crunch in it, but keeps the sweetness. So there's little things like that people, you know, corn and etouffee, yeah, you know, it just pumps the flavor up a little bit.
Level
It's
up.
about taste. Yeah, it's about leveling it up.
And, you know, when you're sitting around and you're talking to your family and your friends and everybody's trying to level up their own little recipe,
Sure.
because everybody has their favorite.
Absolutely.
Right?
Without
Like,
question.
of course, if I were to ask you about your etouffee, you think you're the master of that. You asked me about my sweet heat maple glazed salmon. I think that I am the queen of that. But then you come up with these spices with your own little herbs, and I have questions that need answers on this Pima's Cajun shake.
Sure,
Tell me a little bit about this.
Well, you know, Pima is a good friend, and he was actually on Swamped on Animal Planet, but he's also a great chef. He's been cooking Cajun since before Cajun was cool. And so he developed a line of spices. This is his Cajun shake, which we use exclusively on the show. That just seems to go well with everything. It's just well balanced. There's not a lot of salt in it, but there's a ton of flavor, but it's not heat. I don't like something that's going to scald the skin off the roof of my mouth, but I love the flavor. This is extremely flavorful. So we use this, but he's got a ton of stuff all available on my website. You can go there, CajunCookingNetwork.com, and order it, and it'll be shipped right to you. In fact, I brought one for you and one for your mom.
You know what? You are right with me. As a matter of fact, you can get it too. And Mother's Day, we're just around the corner. Look, Mama just had her day, but do we love our Mama 365?
Absolutely.
So why should we limit it to just one day? How about we give them the opportunity to win something major?
Whatever we have our Cajun Care package.
I like it. Tell me about it.
Well, Cajun Care package has got the Pima's Cajun shake. It's got Cajun rub. It's got his amazing hush puppy mix, which my daughters can't live without. I just add a little bit of diced jalapeno to it, and it's a highly requested food at my house. He's got a chicken fry, a fish fry. He's got a seafood boil. And will you see what I do with the seafood boil when I fry my chicken?
What?
Ooh,
Wait, whoa. Say that again.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. See, you just got to think outside the box. When I marinate my fried chicken, I marinate in buttermilk overnight, and a quarter cup of seafood boil. I use PMOS because I like it, but you can use Zatarans or anybody else. Use it overnight with the buttermilk, and it sets into it. And that way, when you make it the next day, it's got that pop to it, that little extra punch of flavor that you just don't find anywhere else.
Oh, see, that's how I know you're so sincere about this. When somebody say I let it marinate overnight,
Yeah,
they didn't put
absolutely.
some thought behind the process. And
Oh,
this
yeah.
isn't just your average chicken. This isn't your average recipe. As a matter of fact, I might need you to tell me a little bit more about some of these little cooking tips because
You
I'm
got
trying to
it.
get my life together.
Oh, girl.
And that easy bake oven with the 60-watt bulb is just not doing what I needed to do. So in this season, I'm gonna have to spice it up with some of this PMOS Cajun shake seasoning.
It don't matter what you use, as long as it tastes good. That easy bake oven, a little shake and bake, and you shaking and baking.
Is it okay if I get you to stick around a little longer?
Oh, I would love to.
Are you comfortable?
Incredibly comfortable.
Well, good. It's all courtesy of
I
my
am with my
friends
friend.
over there at Furniture Gallery. And if you're looking for a pop of color, they can hook you up at one of their many locations. Be sure to tell them that I sent you. Coming up, we do have more with the chef extraordinaire himself, Chuck Bush. Keep it locked right where you have it. It's Faye at 5. Hi, and welcome back to Faye at 5. I'm LaTangela Faye, your hostess, and that's how you know when the recipes are starting to get good. When you're in the kitchen, you just start dancing side to side. That's that happy bop. The happy bop is being brought to you today by PMOS Cajun Shake. And of course, you can always check it out. The Cajun Cooking Network. In the hot seat on the tan line today, we have none other than the master chef himself, Chuck Bush. Yeah.
Hello.
And I'll say that with all 10 stars.
Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you.
You know, we were talking a little bit during the commercial break about these family recipes.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about some of your favorite family recipes.
Well, I think my favorite family recipe. I'm the grandson of both Italian and French immigrants, all of which have obviously deep cooking traditions. And I have some of the recipes that are actually on the website. I have my grandmother's oyster dressing from Thanksgiving that was in her own handwriting.
Really?
Yeah, my mom shared that with me, and so I put it into one of our standard forms of recipe. They can go to CajunCookingNetwork.com. The recipes are there for them to download on PDFs, and they put it right there on their countertop in their kitchen and cook away.
I love it. And you know, with all of the programming that you have right there on the Cajun Cooking Network, I know that you have a lot of episodes, you have a lot of different foods, but with that, we're going to check it out just so we can see what we're in store for.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Wow, all of that looks great, and now I'm really hungry.
Next time I'm coming, I'm bringing pots, pans, and we're gonna do it up.
Please do. Don't threaten me with a good time or a good recipe.
You got it.
You know, when you're putting together these different recipes for all celebrations, here in Louisiana, we always use food to celebrate. If we're happy, there's a recipe. If we're sad, there's a recipe.
No question.
It doesn't matter. Food is one of those emotional things, especially here in Louisiana. If you're going through the taste buds and you're inviting your family and friends, that's what we're known for, the art, the culture of the food.
Oh, yeah.
If someone was just checking it out for the first time and they wanted a taste of Louisiana, what is it that you would give them to walk away with?
Wow, that's tough because there's so many great traditional dishes that we use. I'll say this, in my family, my children love traditional Christmas and Thanksgiving at their grandparents'. So they will not let me cook traditional at the house. So it's going to be stuffed fried catfish and etouffee and a jambalaya.
Okay.
Or jambalaya, depending on where you're from.
Depends.
Yeah, it depends. So that's what's going to be at Chuck's house. And then we have an open house every year that people who are orphans, so to speak, that don't have family can come over and eat. I know that Cleo got a chance to experience some of that one time. She's back there laughing at me. I can hear her.
That's right. As a matter of fact, Leo was out here earlier saying, hey, wait a second. Did he not show up with any dishes done? No, he did not. But he left us prepared with some of this Piedmont's Cajun shake.
Yeah.
And, you know, Mother's Day just passed, but we want to do something special for moms. And we're going to keep this ongoing because I expect to have you back in the hot seat in the Madhouse sooner
Any
than
day.
later.
Any day. You call and I'll come running, girl.
So right now, we're going to hook you up with your chance to win one of these Cajun care packages just in time because mom deserves it. And maybe mom isn't the best chef, you know? Maybe she's a little season challenged.
That's
She
it.
can fry an egg, but it just don't pop off the plate like it should.
That's it.
Or,
we
you
got
know.
her covered. We got her covered. And it's a $60 value, so it's not cheap.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm happy to if you do one, I'll do one, I'll do two. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
I said we do two.
We'll do two.
We'll do two. I like it. So be sure to log on right now and get registered. CajunCookingNetwork.com. Now, Chuck, it's hard to ask what's next for you because you're always working on something. You have the spices, you have the Cajun Cooking Network, you have the apparel. I mean, but really, what's next?
Well, for the Cajun Cooking Network, we're going to be doing a new show in the fall.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're calling it the Real Cajun Kitchens of Acadiana.
Okay, do explain. I need the inside scoop. Just a little bit,
Well,
not too much.
We're breaking it right here. This is the first time we're telling anybody anywhere. Basically, we're going to be going to the small mom and pop shop kitchens throughout Acadiana, St. Mary's Parish, all throughout St. Martin's, etc. Finding the small little Cajun kitchens and what they make best. And then
Okay.
we're going to go in there with them, let them explain how they cook it, whether it's a jambalaya or an etouffee. And then we're going to go sit out in the restaurant, let them talk about the restaurant, a little history, a little flavor, just as a way of kind of showing off the smaller pockets of Louisiana to the rest of the world.
Yeah, the little hidden gems.
That's exactly right.
Because that's exactly where you're going to find all the good stuff.
Yes.
You know, they never have to water it down. They're going to give it to you like nobody else can. And they take pride in their food.
Authentically.
Yes.
This is not tourist traps. These are authentic little Cajun operations that are 24/7, have been in for 10, 15 years doing it the same way. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, you know, and I'm glad that you said that. I stumbled upon this little place out in Lafayette, and they had something on the menu called bar trash. I was like, wait. Bar trash, what's in this? And I mean, and it was the best thing in life. And I will easily make that 45-minute, an hour drive for some bar trash. People look at me crazy, like, what are you going to get? Some bar trash, but it's worth it. It has like the oysters and some crab meat and this special sauce that they refuse to tell you what's in the sauce. Oh man, listen,
wait.
if you could find somebody on that show with a special rendition of bar trash, I'm all in.
But I know the guy that owns the network. I can talk to him about it.
I have friends in high places with some great tasties.
Yeah.
Look, be sure to log on right now and check it out for yourself. The Cajun Cooking Network. Chuck Bush, you are the real MVP, and don't you dare let them tell you different.
Well, you're very kind. Thank you. I appreciate you having me. I know it means a lot to be able to bring this to the people.
Absolutely. And next time, I need you to bring your people with the pots and pans because I'm hungry and I'm going to need this. And it's going to be brought to you by the Taste of Tange.
Well, look, yeah, just go to the website, pick the recipe. I got a bunch of recipes, food blog, and everything on the website. Pick what you want, and I'll bring it next time, and we'll make it right here.
Absolutely. I'm holding you to it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Lucky me.
We got more chances for you to win and more work to do. So you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it.
It's AM5. It's AM5. It's AM5.